Since you say so. Now, ready to meet the president?
Welcome back to the channel there, Papa's Posse. Once again, it's time for Papa's Comic Books. A little bit of coffee and more. Okay, before we begin, you know the drill. QR code takes you to the YouTube, the eBay, and the Instagram page. All the social media you'll ever need. Let's see who we have today. Oh, it's a good one. The West Coast Avengers, number 9. This book was 75 cents back in 1986. Don't forget about that QR code. Also, as a reminder, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please hit that subscribe button down below. Please hit that like button down below and leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought about it. Name of the story is Hot Pursuit. It's by Steve Englehart and Al Milgrom. Okay, let's get to it. It's also Marvel 25th anniversary. Let's see what we have today. Hot Pursuit. There are tales about the hounds of Hades, implacable demon beasts who pursue luckless victims to drag them to their doom. The victims run as fast as they can. But the woman whose boots pound frantically down the wretched alley was found to be a beast from Hades herself. Last issue. And the ones she flees are the West Coast Avengers. Hot Pursuit. They're out there somewhere. Hawkeye's team and the Thing and Firebird just caused the hunt and demon who masqueraded as Shooting Star. The red eyes of rats offer no sympathy. Garbage slides beneath her feet. The images of evil military like mushrooms in her mind. But Shooting Star is a tough woman, and the demon within her is tougher. It's just a little farther now, till she reaches him. I've been waiting for you, creature. You live me got here as fast as possibly could, Master Pandemonium. When you deal with me, demon, you work on my schedule, not yours. Glad to devil, man, but there was this little matter of escaping the West Coast Avengers first. Inside, we'll talk. The smell of damp decay wraps around them like used gauze in the deeper darkness. I hate your kind, demon. I hate you with all the ache of my lost soul. Well, nice to meet you too, but I ain't that kind of ghoul. Yes, mock me, the spawn of evil. Mock everything, don't they? But you're not leaving me till you tell me all I want to know. His hands tighten their hot grip on her arms convulsively, and all at once the hands are no longer his. My limbs are others of your kind now. My arms, my legs, and all demons separate from me through bent to my will. They will stand guard as you and I conclude this sorry business. Sorry, so last things first. How did you come to be captured by the West Coast Avengers? Well, you wouldn't believe it, but that Farmberg woman actually gave me a call, and in the deeper darkness, one gloved hand shifts surreptitiously. That's her signal. Let's go. It's a sight more and more Los Angelinos are seeing, the massed might of these heroes who made the news for years back east and now make their home in the West Coast. The Thing and Tigra, Firebird, Wonder Man, Iron Man, and Hawkeye, the man who leads the crew. This is the toughest mission I ever went out, but it's got to work. It's got to. I would have avoided it like the plague if I could have. But once Firebird put the arm on Shooting Star, the possession of the demon and the exercise over the Ghost Rider, Red Wolf, and the Texas Twister ended, and things got away from me. The cowgirls tied up with the Master Pandemonium. This is the break we've been waiting for. Yeah, we're doing good, Tigra. Listen, Rangers, I'm not big on armies, so how about letting the West Coast Avengers have first shot at the guy? That's Jake with me. I never wanted to be part of no team, no how. Nor, but my friends are stalking danger, and I cannot sit by idly. Still, I was hoping for more than a sense of duty when I called you Red Wolf. If you really don't want to form the team I dreamed of, would rather seek the villain with the team I know. Good, Bonita. We never wanted you to leave us anyway, and I've got a plan on how to proceed. Yeah, stick with us, Firebird. I can make you a member, but you know we want Master P as much as you. And when, excuse me? As I was saying, my plan is for the former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent here, namely me, to go undercover as Shooting Star. Now, Bobby, you haven't worked without me since you joined the Avengers, so there's another reason to do it. Well, what could I do? A chairman isn't supposed to play favorites, even if his wife's involved. But that doesn't mean I liked it. I think I got Hank calmed down, people. But what have I missed here? Hank Pym. Wait, tell me once Wonder Man arrives to hear it too. Looks like there's been some action here. Hawkeye, I hope there's something left for me. Gee, he's sure psyched up these days. The old Simon Williams seems gone for good. And what about you, Benji? You want in on this? Wouldn't miss it for the world. Great. Hey, he just said yes without any of the usual guff about not joining the team. Do you think maybe I've worn him down at last? But I don't press him. Was too busy watching Bobby start disguising himself, making sure she looked all right. So you got this far, Bobby Bird, and here we are, I see light through a crack in the door, 2/3 of the way in. I'm with you, Simon. Master West Coast Avengers. Curse them with 1,000 names. Why must they intrude upon me a second time? Inside then, Satan spawn. And you're coming with me as well, Shooting Star. That's what you think, Mr. Panda Bear. The Avengers didn't know you could do whatever you're doing. And as the spot above their heads burst outward, the door across the room burst inward. Oh, and people complain about my cigars. I'm still targeted on the radio beacon, Hawkeye. It's not moving. You think they're in another dimension, Tony? Knock off the first names, Wonder Man. If they are that close, Pandemonium could be listening. But you'd think the beacon would, oh no, it's still right there. But the evil around us is dissipating. Hawkeye's there. They're not anywhere nearby. Then they're gone, and we don't know where. Can you track them? No, sorry. I just know when evil's near, not when it hides. But I know the radio was left because mechanical objects aren't affected by his spell. What can we do then? It's times like this I envy the old Defenders with Doctor Strange. That's because you missed our trip to Cat People's Land, Iron Man. What did I miss? You missed making contact with our familiar. Familiar? The Balkatar, Wonder Man. Balkatar, I've got a job for you. Meanwhile, elsewhere, oh boy, just the kind of place I was hoping to retire to someday. So this is your hideout, Demon Master. No, Star, none of your kind visits my hideout. This is just a place I enjoy. But I don't enjoy the appearance of the Avengers. I'm already daring so much, and you'd think they'd have learned their lesson the first time. Just keep raving, Master Screwtop. I'm sure the Avengers are on their way. Somehow, I'm sure. Well, if I must defeat them once and for all, I will hate what a fate makes me do, but I will not be stopped. I am Pandemonium, Star. It means the abode of all the demons' legions swarm at my command, and the single obstacle to my will was long since delivered into my hands, or what I use for hands. That's one of them omelets. Omelets? It's the amulet of Azimatus, you stupid. But why should I expect you to know these things, demon? Listen then. I was king of this place once, Hollywood, the studios. I'd made money on screen for 27 years, and I didn't look a day over 40. And I liked being king. I liked every single one of the rewards I got for being the man I was. I liked to grab a bottle and drive my Jag on the canyon roads till I crashed. My seatbelt saved my life. I hung there in a state of shock, upside down, listening to the creak of settling metal. And being alive, I laughed. till I saw that my arm had been ripped away. I screamed and screamed as the agony knifed me, and the end of my career clawed my throat. And I got an answer. Good evening, Martin Preston. Please allow me to introduce myself. Mephisto will do me nicely. Oh, please, please. I'll give you my soul, anything. Just give me back my arm, my life. You offer me your soul? That may mean much to you, but I have so many souls. Please, then let us be creative at least. Takes the arm. What are you doing? Your arm is weak, Martin Preston. Why put it back when I have the power to replace it altogether? I thought I'd screamed but I hadn't felt the merging, and I hadn't heard his final words. Why stop with one? That was only the beginning, of course. I hadn't yet heard of the 5. Yeah, he said he was looking for the 5 last time. Well, as bad as things have become, I still retain part of my humanity, unlike you, demon. See, now you hate mankind, Master Pandemonium, but since, why bring me here with the, gotta keep him talking. He's undeniably incredibly dangerous, but I'm darned if I don't feel a little sorry for him. You were telling me of your time with Firebird? I had found traces of demonetry around her. I thought she might be one of the 5, but what if it were you? This isn't exactly what I wanted him talking about, though. Come on, Avengers. I have found them. They lurk within a great dark building numbered 3, surrounded by similar structures at the intersection of La Monica Boulevard and West Palmetto Avenue. I know that place. It's the abandoned Anvil Picture Studio. All right, then. We're out of here. It's a good thing some of us have spent time in L.A. After all my years on Long Island, I still have trouble finding my way around out here. Don't be one of them New York snobs, shellhead. Take it from a guy who grew up in the Yancey Street, L.A., got Long Island beat, hands down. I can't believe I'm hearing this. Ben sounds like already an Avenger. As soon as we rescue Bobby, I'm jumping all over this. I'll race you, Iron Man. Tigra, I'm very proud of you. The fierce way you've attacked the problem of Master Pandemonium. The human side of you hasn't dulled your killer instinct. I don't have him in my clutches yet. And I was hoping you'd kill him when you found him. Balcatar, that would have gotten me off the hook nicely. But it's me your king wants to test. Hop on there, Tigra. We got some clobbering to get to. You wackos are wacko, but there ain't been a dull moment since I hit town. The flight across hills takes less than a minute and a half. Yes, the evil is strong here, and if ever saw any of the horror flicks Anvil made, you'd know how funny that sounds. But they stopped making them 10 years ago, so anybody here now, somebody we want. A lot of this equipment is newer than 10 years. I deny. Grab my leg, Tigra. I'll shoot an arrow. I'll fly the thing. No, the big fan blows us down. Save your Popeye imitations and for latter, Firebird, for later. Can't you fight this hurricane, chick? It caught us by surprise, but once Iron Man and I adjust our jets, wow, whee, whoop. He split us up, but not for long. The 3 of us can break out of any room, and Firebird can burn a way out of for others. But there's more to this than a mere movie set. Master Pandemonium's evil has immunized the walls to my flame. They weren't built by human hands either. I can hardly get a claw hold, let alone find a weak point, and acid won't even make a mark. My repulsor rays only blast me backward. This is wrong, insane. I smashed Ultron, and I should be able to smash this. Face it, Wendy. This ain't as easy as we thought. If you truly thought me easy prey, you add insult to injury, Avengers. Cross me once and I might let you live, but cross me twice and you must die. Don't be cross, little boy. I see Bobby. She's all right. Where are the other Avengers, Pandemonium? What can What can that matter to a dead man? Even if you are Avengers, none of you have a chance of survival. I've had years to modify the structure of this lot to my liking. It's riddled with death traps now, and now I'll see them all work. This may be the first time in the damsel tied to the railroad tracks rescued the cavalry, but there's the 80s in a nutshell. You will be interested in this shooting star. What are you doing with that? I'm thinking how you told me it can screw you up and how you can't take it off your head. Go for it, Bobby. Did she hit him with something I couldn't see? He's falling toward the camera. It's out. Maybe he's out. Magic's the only thing I worry about, Shellhead, and if he's out, we're out of the box. Who's gonna do the honors? My flash flame works again. Come, Tigra, leap through the burning hoop. What? After you, big guy. You're on a rush list after all. Ha ha ha. Thanks, guys. I usually have to do this for everybody else. You can pick up the next round. Like right now, it's that army of demons Pandemonium's got. Yuck, I forgot how ugly they were. Ugly ain't mishappen. He sounds bitter all of a sudden because he's misshapen. That's it, misshapen. I'd have thought he'd have adjusted to that by now. Well, I do my share to wipe out monsters. Hey, Wendy, I like this new pizzazz on your part. It becomes you. I like it too, Thing. And the longer I let myself expand into my powers, the better I like it. You sound like me when I was just starting out, Wandy. You never did when you really were starting out. Welcome to the Avengers, buddy. Iron Man, Wonder Man, and me. This is great stuff. Does it mean we're welcoming you to the ranks as well, big guy? I ain't talking at least till we get done with clobbering time. Right, Mockingbird's saved us. Now we've got to save her. One thing about my power, it grows stronger the more evil I face. Can't you talk about anything besides evil? What does morality matter when you're fighting for your life? That's a funny thing for an Avenger to say, Tigra. When one gives herself over to God, one does his work at all times, Tigra. Morality is life. Give me a break. I happen to believe in God myself, but life is for living, not for serving. Why don't you just let your instincts take over sometime? Because man was given the ability to reason, unlike cats. Say, ladies, couldn't we switch to the politics and ethic jokes? We may have Firebird and Mockingbird around here, but this isn't the College of Cardinals. This is Let's Make a Demon. And it's playing too slow. We don't have any idea what's happening to Maki. So let's take a chance. If I don't bring down the whole wall on this sleazeballs, I use up there heavy buddy arrows for no reason. But if I do, we're on our way. Psst. A whisper just audible to my cat's ears. Balkatar, this way. While the others are finding their way to Pandemonium's lair, and I give you more direct route, I sniffed out. At last your time has come, noble Tigra. Bring us his blood. Yes, now I have to decide with my reason and my instincts. But while all this has been going on, what about two who began it all? Put that mullet down after whoever you are. You've got a hard head, Screwtop, but I don't think there's a way I'll drop this bauble while it seems to keep you from releasing the demons inside you. I don't need demons to conquer a lone woman spy. You say spy like it's a dirty word. But I'm proud to be a former SHIELD agent. Mockingbird's my code name. And after adding the ways of Khazar's jungle to the SHIELD's combat repertoire, I can even give Captain America a good fight. Against me, you need demons badly, especially after I found out what you are at last. But there's much you don't yet know. For example, putting your foot through the hole in the torso won't hurt me. And what you don't know can kill you. I only need to know one thing. This bud is not for you. Now, I'll take your arm off this time, and don't lie still. If you don't lie still, you're formidable when you're got the magic. But once you let me inside your defenses, you are on your way to defeat. Let's just hope you didn't hurt Hawkeye. Or any of my other friends. Plow, clunk. Okay, Pandemonium, let's get this over with. I've got to kill you, and I don't want any of those friends walking in on us. The amulet of Azimatis, she doesn't know what it is for. If I can get it to it. You want to kill me, Avenger? No, I don't want to, but I have to, if I want my soul back all to itself. And now that I've made the rational decision, I can let my instincts take over the instincts of cat with a mouse. You talk of in riddles, Catwoman, and who are you to talk at all about lost souls? Who am I? I'm someone who's been through torture even you can't imagine, but not because I lost a soul. I've gained one, and it's one too many. But it's not mine, and that's the only one I care about. What, you missed me? I wasn't aiming for you. I was aiming for this. And now that I have it, I use it to escape. No, you can't do that. I'm ready to kill you. This isn't fair. Oh, you'll meet me again, Tigra, in the dark when you least expect it. Mockingbird, guess you saved me, Tigra. What was it hit me? One of his demon hordes from the trap he had you in? I guess it must have been I just got myself here. She doesn't know what I was going to do, but I do now. Blam! Nuts! The maze he built down there kept us tied up too long. Yes, the evil dies away. But how did you get here, Tigra? Now don't start fighting again, Firebird. Not when we're finally all back together. How you didn't with Bobby Bird. He didn't hurt you, did he? Just my pride, sport. I was telling him how accomplished a crime fighter I was when when the lights went out. But we get closer to catching him every time. Sure, we're young yet, but right now I'm just so glad. I'm glad you're glad, Grape Face. You stole my line, Mockingbird. Not to mention my big scene where I'll tell the purple pussed polecat that I'm ready to stop freeloading on you guys' cases. Benji, are you really saying what I've been thinking you're going to say? Huh? Are you going to be an Avenger? Yeah. Yeah, he said, a word to live in history. We've got our sixth member. I'm so glad, Ben. If only Firebird didn't have to be passed over for it. So, something good comes out of all this. Congratulations, big guy. You're finally going to amount to something. And now our team is complete. Next issue, The Search for the Thing. All righty, that was a little bit of a long read, but I hope you enjoyed the West Coast Avengers #9 from 1986. Once again, don't forget about that QR code. Also, don't forget this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought about it. And as Papa and the West Coast Avengers always say...
That was easy.
Until next time, Papa is out.
That was easy.